And good morning, everyone. Welcome into our annual fall sports student, we're doing that in a month.
Stars of the game.
Stars of the game. I get them all confused. Stars of the game today. We're going to be talking to what we call our Baker's Dozen. We got 13 young people that will be guessing both today in this show and again 10:30 this morning that were selected as stars of the game. If I can get my voice out on our WCHC Facebook when we broadcast the ball games during the regular season. And we would pick a star of the game. We have volleyball, Trace and Courthouse, football, Courthouse and Trace, soccer, Trace boys, Trace and Courthouse girls. I think I got them all covered, but that's who we'll be talking to today. Yeah. So, Nick Epifano is with us right now, and well, there's a lot of things going on today.
A lot of things going on. Ohio State, Indiana, that's a big thing.
Yeah, people's been popping in here all morning long.
A lot of Indiana people coming through.
Yeah, I was surprised to see how many Indiana people.
On the way to Columbus.
I guess. But anyway, they're going to 5th ranked and taking on the Buckeyes about noon or so today. So we'll have all this wrapped up hopefully by then. And we'll be able to let you folks kind of watch that. But right now, we've got about 2.5 to 3 hours of work to do, so let's get right to it.
Yeah, well, today's all about our stars of the game.
Yes.
Young folks that we have, in the community that have been on WCHC when you guys have broadcast games. And, we always pick, instead of a player of the game, we have a star of the game. And these folks, some of them have won it multiple times. It's just great that we can honor these young folks and kind of get to talk to them about what they're doing in their sports and other things, and just be part of the community. And again, thank you to our customers, all my employees. You guys enable us to be able to do these kind of things, and it's just so great that we're honored to be able to do it. We appreciate all the coaches taking time out of their day on a Saturday because everybody's busy, all the players, and to be able to come up here and do this show. We've been doing this kind of thing for well over 20 years now.
Yep.
You and I mean, we were a lot younger back then, had a lot more hair back then.
Yeah. At least you're still black. I don't know what happened to mine.
You can tell my mustache is a little gray. So, it's just, we're very thankful to be able to do that and excited to, have Randy get to talk to these young folks and see what's going on in their lives and, reflect on some of the great games that they had and those kind of things. So we want to always make memories, and that's one of the things we try to do.
That's the fun part, I guess, of doing this show is the chance to talk with these young people. Like I say, I've been around since Methuselah, so that some of these guys that are coaches and stuff, I had them when they were in school, and now some of them's got kids, and I'm doing theirs. I always say if I got to be where it's grandparents, then I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do this anymore.
I think they're close. I am
getting
next
close.
Next year it's going to happen.
Yes, seriously. So,
but he's not done.
We'll see what happens. All right, a lot of things going on.
McDonald's, a lot of things in McDonald land. Okay, we just redid this Jeffersonville restaurant. Our studio got a little bit of an update. So when you come up here, you'll see some. A few different things to serve you better and make it more comfortable for you. A lot of new products. We got the Chicken Big Mac. Okay, so we still have that right now. So if you haven't had a chance to try that and you like chicken, it's a great alternative to a beef Big Mac to try. And people really like that. Then we got the fan favorite. It's that time of the year. When it gets cold and nippy out. It's time for McRib. And,
boy.
We launched that yesterday. So
okay.
McRib's here. So come and get them while you can because, they sell out every year. And they're here right now. So as you're seeing this broadcast, today, what is the date today?
Today is the 23rd.
23rd. So November 23rd, 2024, McRib is in the Epifano restaurants in Fayette County and Jamestown. So come out and get one. That's one of Randy's favorites.
Yeah.
He's a rib guy.
Yeah. I got to be careful how much I eat so my daughter-in-law doesn't get on me when she comes home for the holidays, but I think I can sneak maybe one or two in between now and Wednesday. Right. We'll see. What else?
Not have a burrito in the morning.
Burrito in the morning, or sausage and gravy or something like that, What about this thing we got behind me here, this donut.
Well, this is pretty cool. Okay, so McDonald's has always had different breakfast and all day, baked good items and that kind of thing. So for the last year and a half or so, there's been a test down south from us around the Louisville area and in that area with Krispy Kreme. And what they did is they tested that out down there to see how that would work, having Krispy Kreme in McDonald's. And I'm happy to say we launched it about a week and a half ago, and we now have Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's right.
And here we go.
I'm getting my glass
This
of
is
milk.
a variety pack that you can get. I'm holding it upside down. Sorry. Okay, and it comes with you got the chocolate glazed sprinkle, you got cream filled chocolate, and then you have the traditional glazed donut. Okay.
We're going to go with the glazed.
So you can come through. You can get a variety pack of 6, or you can get a single donut, or you can get a couple donuts and have it with your favorite, McDonald's coffee or McCafe drink or iced coffee and those kind of things. So they're delivered fresh daily to us, and we have them here for you to
Sorry,
enjoy.
folks, I don't mean to eat in front of you.
So yeah, it's worked out really well, and it just gives you another opportunity to maybe have something else that you would like to have throughout the day. And these are available all day long, so it's not just a breakfast product or something like that.
When you guys did the deal with the Krispy Kreme donuts, do you have a time limit on how long they're going to last, or is this going to be?
This is here to stay for right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is here to stay every day. So, and I think what you'll see is this will probably continue to roll out nationwide, clear across the country. They have to do it in pockets because it's pretty demanding. I mean, you think about Krispy Kreme, how big they are already with grocery stores and all that, and as they continue to roll out McDonald's, it's quite an increase in donut sales every day. And they got delivery drivers and all that kind of stuff, and it's been pretty well. What do you think? Nice and fresh, melt in your mouth, right? Yeah.
Great. Finger looking good.
Sorry, this isn't Randy's contract. I appreciate him doing it, eating on the air, but how about a chocolate sprinkle?
Maybe later. People forget I get to interview people, so I don't want to eat the whole 90 minutes.
So anyway, we have those now, and we're ready for the holidays. Got your gift cards ready, so if you want to come out and get gift cards for stocking stuffers and all that, and when you're traveling, we won't be open Thanksgiving Day, but we'll be open at 5 a.m. right after that on Black Friday and have normal hours from that point on. So we'll be here to take care of you in the restaurant on Leesburg Avenue from Friday on. We'll be back on 24 hours and all that. So we'll be here to take care of you, and holiday pies are here also. That's something.
I had one of those last night.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people wait for this time of year. So that's one thing about McDonald's. It was great when we did our 50th anniversary. Randy was a part of that and interviewed a lot of the customers, and they really got to talk about McDonald's in their community. And we had one lady that met her husband there, and some of those kind of things. So McDonald's, we always try to be a part of the community, and as we grow up together through the years, there's certain things that just kind of trigger certain reminders. Maybe you had a birthday party, or maybe you had a McRib, a long time ago, and that time of year comes around, and the holidays and that kind of thing. So we're just grateful to be a part of your lives and your community. And like we always say, when you spend money in my McDonald's, we're going to give a portion of that back and reinvest it back into the community. That's what we're doing. So that's what days like today are, or feeding the homeless with Hands of Christ Ministry and the great things they do, Second Chance, and all those great groups, Humane Society, and many, 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 many more. We're going to continue to reinvest and work your dollars back into the community.
It's a win-win situation. So when you come here to McDonald's, don't forget, some of your dollars are going to be going toward helping your community. And that's one of the things we really like to emphasize. Anything else?
No, I think I said a lot, man. I think we're about ready to start talking to some kids. Right?
You got it.
Kids and coaches.
Kids and coaches. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll start our interviews with our star of the games that were part of the fall sports season. So stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network Facebook and YouTube channel. All right, we're back here with our Star of the Games. Our first of two shows today. With us right now is a young lady from the Miami Trace girls soccer program, Marion Mara. And Marion was our Star of the Game with a game against Washington Courthouse, I believe it was, back in early October. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a sophomore in high school. I really like soccer, and that's most of me.
You had a brother play, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Too.
Okay, so soccer kind of runs in your guys' family a little bit.
Yeah.
Any expectations maybe to go to college someday, or?
Yeah, I definitely want to go to college someday, and if I can do as good as I hope I can, I want to play professionally.
Really? Okay, cool. What position do you play on the soccer team?
I play midfield and forward.
Okay, so for our folks that might be watching the video here, or the live broadcast, kind of give us an idea of what positioning that is on the field.
So midfield is in the center. Usually they play up and down, like they play on the other team's side and then on their side too.
Okay.
And then forward is more playing on the other team's defensive line, where they're just on that line of defenders, so they're able to score goals more.
Okay. They call it the pitch, I guess, in soccer. I don't necessarily call it the field. I tried to use that a couple times in my terminology, and it just didn't feel right, but I know that's what they call it. But on the pitch, what kind of season do you guys have this year?
I think we've had one of the best seasons in Miami Trace history for girls soccer. We had 11 wins, I'm pretty sure, and that's probably the most wins that Miami Trace has had so far. And we've broken multiple records playing, and I think this is probably the best season I had personally playing.
Okay.
And I hope I have even better seasons, but this is probably the best season we've had so far.
Yeah, I think Coach Tolbert told me this was the most goals you guys have scored in the history, so that's pretty good. Do you remember what kind of stats you had, like how many goals you had and all that?
I had 22 goals, I'm pretty sure, and then I had 11 assists.
Wow. Now, for folks that are not familiar with soccer scoring, you get 2 points for every goal and 1 point for every assist.
Mm-hmm.
So my math, 55. Aaron is over there going, yeah, 55 points, which is pretty good. I know that I think Avery Ernsten or something from Chillicothe, she had like 40-some goals, and she got District Player of the Year, but she had an outstanding season. Who was the toughest team you had to go up against this year?
The toughest team, I'd have to say it's between Jackson and Chillicothe. That's the toughest team you have to play.
And those are the two teams that mostly dominate the league and stuff like that. Okay, so you're only a sophomore. I think you only lost, 4 seniors?
Yeah.
So you got about, again, almost everybody back again next year.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that Coach wants you kind of keep working on during the off season?
I think the coaches, both of them, want us to keep working on our passes and making the perfect through balls that we try to make during the game. Sometimes they don't work out, sometimes they do. But they want us to mostly focus on passing, because that's how the game really works. It's more passing instead of one person doing it themselves, or instead of just kicking the ball up and down the field. They want us to pass more.
And we want to clarify for folks, when you're saying passing, you don't necessarily mean passing, right?
No.
You're saying kicking the ball, though, but you're doing like a pass between.
Like a rotation,
Yeah.
or like a combination of people, like 3 and 3.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah. Well, I saw you guys, like I say, the game against Courthouse, and you guys are a pretty good passing team, so hopefully just a little bit more here and there you can improve a little bit. It's going to improve for your season as well. Well, congratulations. Do you play any other sports?
No, I just play soccer.
Play soccer. All right, well, good. Keep the grades up, as we always like to tell everybody, and hopefully we'll get to see you next couple years out on the soccer field,
Okay,
or the pitch, as we like to call it. All right, stay right there. We've been talking with Marion Mara, once again, from Miami Trace girls soccer program. We're going to have Aaron Teeter kind of filling in for Coach Tolbert. He'll come in and we'll talk a little bit more about girls soccer right after this. With us now is Aaron Teeters, kind of filling in today as coaches for both the boys and the girls teams. So we're going to talk a little bit about Marion. She had quite a season.
She did. Well, while she was saying her stats, I was looking them up real quick on my phone. She tied for the team lead with 22 goals with Nora Morrison, and she had 15 assists, which was one more than Nora. So those two did a lot of damage between them.
Wow.
But Marion was, she played in midfield. In midfield, as she said, she passed, which is their team's strength. They moved the ball very well in the midfield. But she also scored the most goals. And then you mentioned the girl from Chillicothe that was incredible this year.
Yeah, Avery, yeah.
Marion marked her for one half of one game this year, just one-on-one.
Really?
And shut her down. She didn't score
Wow.
Later in the game, she did end up beating us. But Marion played defense as well.
Good. When you look at soccer, it's an obvious question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. How much difference is there between boys soccer and girls soccer, or is there any?
If you listen to the players, it's a world of difference because they're always trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
I do think the girls' game is played a lot more controlled. The boys would say slower. The girls would say it's better soccer. And then the boys is a lot more in-your-face, speed, fast, and only the best teams are controlling the game with soccer, mobility, and moving the ball around. So they're very similar. There's kind of a rivalry between boys and girls, but the girls' strength is definitely the beautiful game. They play it well.
I know that you deal mostly with the boys program and stuff, but the girls, you're still in touch with Coach Tolbert and the other coaches and stuff. Right. Did he seem to sense that this could be really a really good team this year?
Yeah, they were really excited about this year, and an 11-7 record is decent. They wanted more.
Yeah.
But as you pointed out, their strength is in their junior class, and then Marion as a sophomore, and a couple freshmen. So they'll be back next year for more, for sure.
Well, like I say, I think they lost 3 or 4 seniors. They were pretty good players, but like you say, you got a lot of kids coming back, so that will be a good sign for them as well. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk to Aaron a little bit more later on when we talk to the boys soccer player, star of the game. So he'll come back and revisit in just a little bit. We're going to take a break. When we come back, look at my sheet here. We're going to talk courthouse soccer and then courthouse volleyball. So stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network. Kaylee Ellers is with us right now. She was our star of the game for the Washington Courthouse girls soccer program when they played Miami Trace. It's obvious you guys started off so well at the start of the season, and then things you just had a heck of a schedule this year. You guys had to play in the league.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we started out really good, as we saw, but we kind of got into our brunt of our season and just slowly having injuries, which come naturally.
Yeah.
People started getting hurt occasionally here and there, and we just found we had to push through it and all work together and slowly got through it, but didn't get the outcome we wanted, but happens.
What was the one area that you guys felt that you at least you were trying to improve on as the season progressed?
Working together as a whole, moving up and down the field as a unit, not just individually. Because when we work together as a whole team instead of one person trying to go up the field,
Or the pitch, as they
Yeah.
like to call it. Yes.
We tend to work better and tend to have more production down the field.
Now, you were goalkeeper
The end of the season.
at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to play a little bit at the start. Which did you like?
I feel more comfortable starting in the goal, but I like playing on the field too. Wherever they need me, just put me where you need me.
I know that the game you guys played, Trace, I know it was kind of a little lopsided there for a while, but especially in that first half, you came up with some really unbelievable shots and blocks and stuff like that. Do you have a certain type of philosophy or a certain type of style that you have when you're in that goal as to how do you look at the opponent coming at you?
I break the field up into sections.
Okay.
So I have like a ring around the goal, and I just kind of follow that ring and make sure my body position and like my angles are with the ball. And I just keep my eyes on the ball the whole time, make sure I know where the ball is at, make sure
Okay.
I can see it. If I can't see it, then I try to put myself in a position to where if I need to, I can get to it. It's kind of how I see the field.
You play basketball and softball.
Soccer. Just
Oh,
soccer,
soccer,
and basketball.
soccer and basketball. Okay, you guys are getting ready to start the basketball season. In fact, you lost a tough one last night. What have you felt you've learned from soccer that's going to help you in the basketball season under Coach Tennant?
In soccer and basketball, you have similar scenarios where you're taking certain angles to cut the ball off or just stop the ball in general. And in soccer and basketball, those are kind of where it relates, because on fast breaks, even in soccer, you have to take the right angle to get in front of the ball, and just like you do in basketball.
Okay, good answer. Well, you never know. This young lady, she might be one of our basketball stars of the game as the season progresses. Yeah, she's been on a few times. In fact, we got Courthouse and Central Crossings Tuesday night, which will be our first broadcast of the season on WCHC, so who knows? May have her back here in March when we do the show again. You never know. But, Kaylee, congratulations. I know that, like I say, soccer wasn't the greatest season you had, but at least you guys learned from it, and hopefully you can build upon that for next year, okay?
Yep.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back, talk to her dad, the coach, right after this. All right, we're back here now, excuse me, and talking to Brendan Ellers, who is the Washington Courthouse Girls Soccer. Of course, we talked to Kaylee a few minutes ago, and, you know, it's obvious the season started off so well, and then things just kind of, I don't want to say fell apart, but injuries and things like that really came back to haunt you guys.
Yeah, that's the best start in program history. So we were pretty excited about that. You know, biggest thing with us is our depth. So when we start having some injuries, it really affects us. We go from having 6, 7 experienced girls. If any one of those 6 or 7 get hurt, now we're first-time players being on the field. So, and in the game of soccer, when you're at the varsity level, when you get more than 5 or 6 girls with 0 experience or limited experience, it really affects the game and how you play it. So I feel like even though we had those losses, we were competitive. We played through them. So we're looking forward to building on what we kind of got started this year and then kind of fell apart a little bit. So.
Well, like everything else, last year you guys took a step up, and this year like you say, you started to take the step up. Injuries, unfortunately, are the thing. I guess one of the key things is that you're going to have to try to build the numbers up of your kids so that you can if somebody comes out, you can be able to replace them.
And not only building numbers, but building numbers with experienced players.
Okay, yeah.
You know, we've got to get our girls. You know, a lot of the programs around, a lot of their girls play spring soccer or club soccer. You know, some of them are playing year round. I only have a couple girls that are doing that right now, which, you know, I don't mind so much if they're playing other sports.
Right.
You know, we have a lot of multi-sport athletes on our squad, which is great, and I would never tell them to do anything different because I love my multi-sport athletes. But getting the soccer ball at their feet a little bit more in the off season is gonna help. And then, you know, we're looking at our rec program. Hopefully starting a 5th and 6th grade program at the school level. You know, little things like that will hopefully over the next couple years come back and benefit us at the varsity level. So
one of the things I notice is, especially in the basketball programs, is that we're seeing kids like today, Greenfield's playing over at Circleville. They're starting them out in 3rd grade.
yeah.
And they're working their all the way up to varsity tonight for ball games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you see soccer program maybe starting even that young?
So, in Southeast Ohio, they did start a league over in Chillicothe this past fall, the 5th and 6th grade group. So a lot of the schools now have 5th and 6th grade programs, and those schools travel and play, and that's what we're hoping to join up with next year. And the only reason for that is the rec programs at the 5th and 6th grade, sometimes 4th grade, the numbers kind of start falling off a little bit. You only get 1 or 2 teams that can play, and then those 2 teams play each other for 6 weeks, and it's just not very competitive.
Right, right.
So a lot of the schools are coming together and say, hey, let's do like football, let's do like volleyball is doing now. Let's create a school club team and travel around and play each other, and hopefully that'll help all the programs around here. So we're looking forward to that.
When's your off season per se?
Well, because I'm a basketball coach, my off season doesn't start till spring. But we do a lot of work at the end of the May, June, and July. That's what I consider our soccer off season. That's when we're in the weight room. That's when we're out getting stronger, faster, having open fields so girls can get out and get touches on the ball, things like that.
So is it one of the things is that you've got kids that can play so many other sports and stuff that keeps them really from what you want to get done?
Majority of my team, half of them are playing basketball right now. And then in the spring, a lot of them play soccer and softball.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get, those girls out on the field. As a multi-sport coach myself, I understand. I wouldn't want my softball girls going out on the pitch, in the springtime, playing soccer and taking a chance on getting hurt. So I respect that. So really at the end of May, soccer gets going, and we try to get all the girls out in the open fields. And we did a really good job this past summer. We implemented a weight training program that I'm overseeing with all girls athletics at Washington High School.
Oh, okay.
We were averaging 30, 35 girls a session in the weight room.
Wow.
At one point in the summer, we had more girls in the weight room than we did boys. So we're doing good things. We just got to keep making those strides forward, and hopefully, eventually here soon, it starts paying off.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, good luck during the basketball season.
Yep.
And soccer off season. Hopefully, you didn't lose that many kids, did you?
Nope. I only had 2 seniors, so we're still pretty young.
You're still young, so that's good.
I have 5 freshmen, so
wow.
Yeah, we're still pretty young.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys can build upon the program from this past year to next year and continue to be success. Of course, you got Chillicothe and Jackson down there, so and now Trace is starting. So you almost, in all honesty, you almost got to shoot for 8 to 10 wins to be successful in the league.
Our league is really competitive.
It
really
is
tough. Probably one of the best leagues in girls soccer in the area, around. So it's really tough. I think it's going to start swinging. Hopefully, start swinging Fayette County way a little bit this next couple seasons. So,
All right, good enough.
yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming up. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will talk a little bit volleyball. Hit it over the net. It's coming up right after this. Well, we're back here at McDonald's in our Fall Sports Star of the Game, show number 1. Show 2 comes up at 10:30 this morning. We're going to talk to a couple of young ladies now from the Washington Courthouse volleyball program. Our first guest is Scotty Quigley, who was, my notes are so scribbly, I can't hardly see.
You're not young chicken.
I'm just not, September 29th or 24th, one of those dates.
Help your sight, you know that. If you eat a donut, it helps your sight.
I don't know if I want to eat a donut in front of her, though. Okay, I'll have to wait.
I'll let you.
Oh, would you?
I would.
You are so sweet, I'm telling you. Anyway, Scotty, we was talking about during the break, I think this is the 3rd year you've been on the show in volleyball, which, continuously shows your improvement through the years, and that's a good sign as well. Tell us about your season.
Well, I think this is one of the best seasons I ever had. Like, I just feel like I didn't have my ankle injury like I did last year. So I got my whole season, and I was ready to go, and I just feel like this year was my year.
Good. Scotty, of course, was the homecoming queen. So, boy, she's just prestige and beauty and everything else. I know, I feel sorry for you because your dad, Cameron, but of course, Cameron went to school with my son, so I know a little bit about him all the years. But when you look at your playing career, where was the area that you felt in the long run? I mean, you talked about being a little more healthier this year, but was there other areas that you felt that you were able to continue to improve on?
Yeah, I mean, my serving, I used to like dive over, and now I got my spot serving down. But definitely in my hitting, I think especially this summer we had to hit weight room for all girls sports, and that definitely helped me with my hitting. That's when I got my good powerful swing down and in. So
that's one of the things that Coach Ellers was mentioning about the girls were getting more involved with the weightlifting and things like that, which I'll be honest with you, I've been in this business forever. Girls lifting weights wasn't a big thing, but now it seems like it's almost a must. You must have girls doing weightlifting. It's just that much important for cardio and all this other stuff. Where do you feel that helped you?
I mean, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I did not really like the mile that we had to run during the summer, but it's okay. But I love doing bench press, and I love the weight room. It was fun.
As the season progressed, you guys struggled a little bit, but you picked up occasional wins here and there. When you look at the league and your schedule overall, who was probably the toughest team you had to go up against?
Miami Trace.
I knew you was going to say that. I just knew it was Miami Trace.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, Addison Butt, she's a beast. You know, she's so good, and you know, I think Tracy has just good chemistry, and they're just always that big team that we have to play. You know. Yeah.
Well, the fact is, she won the league player of the year 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome right there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Now, how about you? College?
I'm going to OU for psychology.
Really? Why?
You know, my dad, he does psychology. He's a counselor, and I just like look up to him a lot. So I just want to be him.
Wow. I didn't know your dad was even in that field. What's I mean, what's the field he's in per se?
You know, I honestly don't know. He does it all, but he works over at Sayopia Valley.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, that explains things. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. So, going to try to do any sports?
I mean, I might play like rec volleyball if I can. I don't think I'll play like the actual big team, but I'll have some fun with volleyball for sure.
Now, what do you do after now the volleyball's over with? Got any things you're going to try to do?
I mean, I'm in basketball right now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. And guess who you going up against?
Addison Butt.
Allison Butts. She's playing basketball this year.
Yeah, I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw that and I thought, you got to be kidding me. I don't think she ever played basketball. That's good. So, what happened last night? Tough loss.
We only lost by 2 points.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I don't know. I think we put up a good fight, but we're just getting better and better each time. And I think we have a game Tuesday, and I see a win. I see a win.
All right, well, she guaranteed it. So if I'm doing the broadcast, so, you know, I'm already saying Scotty. Scotty's got this one down there as a W. So you better make sure that I'm not lying here. All right. How do you? The fact that you got a guy like John Denton coaching you and stuff. I mean, the guy, he's guru. He is a basketball guru. How much stuff have you picked up from him over the years?
Well, I haven't played basketball since 7th grade.
Really?
Yeah. So I just decided to play for my senior year, just to like have fun, have something to do during the winter. But Denton he just knows everything, and like I just love him. And I could listen to him talk forever and ever, and like he just
Yeah, he's a good talker.
He's a good talker, but he just knows everything, and like it's crazy.
Well, that's great. Well, we'll see you during basketball season then. I did not know you were playing basketball this year.
Brightened up his day, look at it.
I'll tell you. All right. Got her and got Alice, and I can't wait for these two to go up against each other. And you're saying neither can I, right?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know it's a silly question. You going to play center or forward? Where do they put you?
On post.
Oh, both? Okay. You what, 5'11"?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, okay. Well, folks, get a chance to watch some Blue Lion girls basketball this year. Scotty will be one of your players. Congratulations on the volleyball.
Thank you.
And who knows, we may have you back later on. You know, hey, these kids are playing multi-sports. Well, they're good. We'll get them on the air. Tell your dad I said hi, and good luck to you, and probably see you Tuesday night at the ball game.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this here on the Epifano Sports Network. All right, we're back here now with another young lady that's been occasional guest throughout the years of her playing career at Washington Courthouse, Maggie Wall, and she was a star of the game against, I think it was Monty Trace? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, when you guys played them in town.
Yep.
Played so many sports. How do you balance your time?
I have to make sure I'm prioritizing my homework and my friends and family and just staying involved with multiple things. But making sure I take time to rest too is super important.
I know that I think I've probably asked you this before, but I'll ask it again anyway. The fact that your dad and mom played sports, and of course your sister and your brother, you know, now that that's come down to you, what things were you maybe? I mean, you're gonna do your thing,
Yeah.
Maggie, but from the other, your mom and dad and your brother and sister, what were some of the things that you've tried to take from them to help you?
They've all been really great role models, and just their like attitude and work ethic have really translated down to me, and just looking up to them, and like they're super inspiring, and just wanting to be good and also create something for myself too. But yeah.
Are you still involved with FCA?
Yes.
Okay, I know that Nick and I went to an FCA thing, and Maggie was at the door
Yeah.
waiting on us and stuff like that, and got a picture and stuff like that. What has FCA meant to you and some of the kids from the schools?
FCA has been really impactful for me, and this year I've gotten the opportunity to be a leader, so just sharing my faith with other students and just bringing us all together with a common belief, and it really helps like grow fellowship within our school, and it's just a really positive way to, well, we have meetings every Thursday, so it's a great way to like start our day and just bring Jesus into sports, because he's who we play for, and that's why we're blessed to be able to play all of the sports and do the activities that we can do.
When you look at what you're going to be doing now, you're going to be graduating this coming year. Can't keep you for another year. You know, you can't red shirt, unfortunately.
So,
What's your future plans?
I plan on attending Ohio Wesleyan, and I'm going to continue playing volleyball there. And I plan to study pre-medicine and kinesiology, and I'm looking into sports medicine right now, but it changes a lot, so we'll see.
I know that mom and dad are both the medical field,
Yes.
dentistry and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so I assume that's part of the reason you kind of got drawn to that a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm drawn more towards sports medicine just because of all of the injuries I've been through. I love working with kids, and my sister's in med school right now too, so watching that is really inspiring too, and just being able to help people.
She in Clemson?
She was, but she graduated undergrad there, and now she's at Marshall.
Really?
Yep.
And of course your brother's playing.
No, but he's actually helping coach this year.
Oh, he's going to coach?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
good. All right, good. Well, I'll pick on him a little bit then.
Yeah.
Finally, volleyball. I want to go back real quick to do it. How did you feel your role was this year? I felt
Yeah.
there was a little change there. Was there?
I think there was. It was more so just like leadership and like bringing everything I could to the table this year, because it's my last year. So just being a role model for all the younger girls and trying to make like a positive, fun environment. Really just like cheering everyone on and making sure everyone had the most fun and got the most out of the experience.
Well, Maggie make the threes on the basketball team, so we'll look forward to the corner shots.
Yep.
I'm sure JD's giving you the free reign on that, has he?
Yes.
Oh boy, this could be fun. What's the highest game you've had?
18, I think.
Oh, psh. Girl, we're gonna have to get you up double figures on that stuff. Double that 18 figure, man. Why? Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
For the start of the game for volleyball. Good luck in basketball.
Thank you.
You're playing. spring?
Track, possibly. Depends on health with injuries, but definitely club volleyball.
Okay, good.
Yep.
And I follow you as along with the rest of the Wall kids.
Yep.
I've seen all three of you grow.
It's almost over.
Well, in fact, I did your dad's game.
Yeah.
When they played down at Ohio University.
Yeah.
That shows you how old I am. He what was the courthouse? He shot a three. He shoot a 3-pointer, or somebody else shoot a 3-pointer. That one. They played.
The game-winning shot?
Yeah.
I think it was someone else, but I've heard that play and that story a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
But I remember in the stands watching that night. That's why I feel so old, folks. I'm sorry. All right, Maggie Wall's with us right now here on our program. We thank her for joining us, and we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to another Blue Line player right after this. Alexis Dawson's with us right now. She was the star of the game for the Trace Courthouse Reserve Contest. Was back on September the 17th. What's starting off with the reserve team and stuff like that? How different is that, coaching-wise and stuff like that, maybe compared to varsity, or is everything pretty much uniform between the coaches and stuff?
I think it's pretty much the same. Like, we all work together at practice. What's different is we just play on different teams.
Do you guys basically scrimmage the varsity all the time, or you go up against other reserves, or how's that work?
Usually we scrimmage and practice sometimes with the varsity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that helps you grow a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What positions did you play this past year?
I played setter, and I hit right side, and I hit outside a little bit too.
Okay, what's a setter?
It's like you play right front and you just set outside, middle, and right side.
So you kind of set the players up in the front
To hit
line?
the ball, yeah.
Kind of like an assist person.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, all right. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's your parents?
Kylie Dawson and Tobin Dawson.
Okay, well, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I probably know your parents.
probably.
Of course, the thing is, I probably know everybody's parents the way things are going here anymore. Are you the only child, or you got sisters, brothers?
I have 2 brothers.
They play sports?
No.
The younger?
I have a younger and an older.
Okay. So what drew you to want to play volleyball? I mean, have you played that all your life? Or?
I started playing in 7th grade. I didn't really plan on playing, but I just ended up playing. My friend invited me to go to the tryout, and I did, and then I just have played ever since.
What team you played this year on the reserves? It may be a little bit different than the varsity team and stuff, but did you have maybe a tougher opponent that you had to play?
I don't really know that, but I mean, there's some people who I felt were better, but I still was fine.
What record did you guys finish with? Do you remember?
I'm not sure what it was.
It's close to 500, I think, if I remember right. But anyway, main thing is that you had fun, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Well, now that you're through your first year on the reserve team, I'm sure varsity is the next area that you want to hit for, right?
Yep, that's what I'm working on.
Well, some of the things Coach Leatley and Coach Clay have told you that, hey, we need you. These are these things that you need to keep working on for next year's team.
Like my hitting. They want me to work on that so I'm able to hit for them on outside.
On the outside?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference between inside and outside? I mean, besides the obvious, of course.
Like,
But-
do you mean like outside and right side?
Yeah.
Right side, it usually shoots like this way, and then right side, you can either do like line or cross. I guess they're kind of like the same. It's not really a difference.
Well, the thing I'm noticing is a lot, especially on that one side, the right side, I guess it is you guys do a lot of cross-court passing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's just to throw the defense and stuff off and things like that. So, I mean, you almost have to just take it for granted that's what you're going to do, or, I mean, how much strategy can you do that once the game gets going?
Not much really, but you just need to keep like track your time.
You go on instinct and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's times like I'm like, how in the world did they ever hit that ball? It's
I
pretty
know.
good. Well, do you have any other sports that you play in?
No. I think I'm gonna do softball this year though.
Oh, okay, good. Well, coaches always like multi-sports kids to play different sports, keep you up to date on what's going on, your skills and stuff. So are you going to be doing anything during the off season as far as volleyball?
No, I just work.
You work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's important too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. How's your grades?
Good.
What's good?
I have 2 A's and the rest are B's.
That's pretty good. We'll take it.
Yes.
You passed.
Yes.
All right, Alexis, congratulations. Star of the game.
you.
Once again, reserve against Miami Trace and Courthouse. Keep working on it. They have you back next year. You never know, right?
Yes.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll have another guest. Stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network. Back here at the Jeffersonville Epifano McDonald's, of course, the site of our star of the game. Part 1. Part 2 is coming up at around 10:30 or so today. Aisha Haney's with us right now. Aisha is one of these young ladies that every time I look up on the court, she's all over the place. She's on the front line. She's on the back line. She's in the middle. How come you don't stand still?
I don't know.
You got to keep moving, right?
Yeah.
What part of the what was your main position you were supposed to play this year?
The setter.
I'm sorry.
The setter.
Oh, setter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you, when you look at playing that position, how fast do you have to think about? Okay, I'm going to hit to this person, or is it mostly just instinct?
I mean, you have to think about it a little bit, but usually it's just instinct. It's really fast because you have to be smart about where you set it to, because you can't set like the same spots.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, because that way, if you do, they're going to come back and they're just going to plow your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
they'll come right back at you. Hey, I've seen.
Maybe not that violent.
Well, yeah, not that violent. I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have said it that way. That was weird. I shouldn't have.
It could happen.
It could hurt her. You know, that's what I'm thinking. It could hurt. Go bang. You know.
Plow your face. That sounds like a t-shirt.
Oh man, you've had some contests this year where you have had to overcome some diversity as far as you guys get so close. You get so close to getting a win in a set and stuff, and then things happen and stuff like that. What is the things that kind of going through your mind? Like, I know you don't want to think, oh, here we go again, but you know, what are you thinking?
I think when we get so close, my team just got nervous and we were scared to make a mistake. I don't really know. We just got nervous and I didn't know who to set because I didn't know who was gonna actually hit the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I know that you guys, the one game that seems to me that I remember was the Jackson game. Remember the girl, you guys were ahead, and she got hurt. And then from there, I think it was, maybe it's Chillicothe, I can't remember. Anyway, it's one of those teams, and they took over and end up winning and stuff like that. And it really took the steam out of you guys. How do you keep coming back after practice after practice? What's your mental?
I mean, just go out there and give it your all. And there's nothing that can really, it's just...
You just have to be persistent and keep going at it and stuff. Okay. Who's your parents?
Danny King and Cody Haney.
Really? Okay. You're a senior?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to lose how many? What, 3 or 4 seniors?
4.
4 seniors? Okay. So you guys are going to have a little hole to fill there and things like that with the kids graduating. Are you playing other sports or?
Yeah, I do basketball and track.
You're a basketball girl too, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, John must have inherited half the team from volleyball on his squad. Do you play? I know you're going to play one game. Are you going to play a lot or come off the bench or?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, what? You didn't answer my question. Which one? Starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I said starting or on the bench, and she said, yeah. I thought, which one? So what are you playing? What's your position?
I usually just play wing.
Okay.
Shooting guard.
What part of your basketball game do you like to do the best?
Defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
All right. What was your best part of volleyball?
Probably beating Greenfield.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think through all 4 years, we didn't beat Greenfield, and it was just something memorable for the team, and felt good to win. And it was senior night, so.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Good. Any future plans?
I'm planning to go to college, but I'm not sure what I want to do.
Okay. Well, you got time.
Yeah.
You got some time. Have a particular college you're looking at, or?
Probably University of Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of kids go down there. Study a lot. Well, congratulations on the Star of the Game award. Who knows? We may be calling your name again for basketball. Looks like I'm going to have plenty of kids to draw from the way things are going here. But we appreciate you coming up today and wish you best of luck in your studies, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll talk to Olivia Clay right after this here on the Epifano Sports Network as we're doing Star of the Games that were broadcast on WCHC Facebook page during the fall season. All right, we're back here at McDonald's in Jeffersonville. Olivia Clay's with us right now. Olivia, of course, is the Washington Courthouse Reserve coach. She's also the unofficial sister of head coach Ashley Diatley, right?
I'm not sister, no. Pretty much.
I
You
said,
could say unofficial.
I said
okay,
unofficial,
yes,
yeah.
Pretty much. Yes.
I know you're not her sister.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know who your sisters are, okay? Remember, I've been around.
Yeah, you've been around.
I've been
Yes,
around. I
right.
know who your sisters are. I said unofficial sister.
Okay, gotcha, my fault.
How long you guys been together coaching?
Coaching. This was my 8th season. So.
And then, did you guys play together?
Yes, we both graduated in 2007. We played together. Played for Doug.
So, like I say, you're unofficially her sister.
Pretty much.
All right. Tell us about the team this year. Obviously, it was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did get some key wins and stuff like that, but I mean, I think one of the girls even mentioned, it seemed like they kind of, I don't want to say got scared, but their tempo got thrown off a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing that we ran into the most. It seemed like we would be like neck and neck with teams, but we got nervous. Like we would hold ourselves back and we would stop swinging. We'd stop capitalizing on plays that we should have, just out of nerves and not wanting to be the one that made the mistake.
But doesn't the kids, I guess you're trying to teach the kids, hey, you've got to learn to overcome that.
Yes, yeah.
But there's sometimes the kids have to be the responsible ones, right?
Yeah. We tried to do team bonding and tried to encourage some confidence. We tried to instill that in the girls this year because that's where we saw the lack of things, is just them purely being confident in themselves to take on that challenge and just be the one to step up.
When you look at the reserve team a little bit, tell us a little bit about that season.
We have great girls on our team. Skill-wise, we were there. We had some sickness a lot and off and on the season. More so with the reserve side, I think it was like a team chemistry thing where we just needed to gather together as a team to overcome some things.
Okay. What is your philosophy in coaching?
My philosophy? I don't know. I'm just from when I played, I think the huge aspect of any sport is teamwork. You have to have that chemistry, you have to have that bond, because there might be a game your head player is not on and someone else has to step in and fill that role. And I think if you have that team bond, you can overcome a lot of stuff.
Obviously, you and Ashley played under Doug Mace when he was at Courthouse and stuff. What were some of the things that you were able to learn from him that you are hoping that you can apply to your coaching career? Go ahead and ask a tough question, Randy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think back to when obviously he's a great coach. I admire to be like him one day. He could just hold us to high standards, and he just never kind of let us steer from that. So I just want to be able to hold the girls accountable and not discourage them when I do things like that. I want them to be able to fight through it and be like, she just wants more from me. So I would love to be able to do that with our team.
One of the things I've noticed, you had 3 or 4 girls here, and I think all of them are playing basketball.
Yeah.
Or they're going to play softball. So they're multi-sports athletes and stuff like that. So how does that affect you guys trying to do some off-season stuff with the volleyball program?
It does interfere a lot. Typically we run into issues more so in the summer, like with softball, when they do softball things, like with the traveling. We're working to do some things in the springtime this year, but it's hard to get in the gym a lot of the times. And with the basketball, we try not to interfere with that. We want them to focus on that sport, they're in that sport, but we just try to manage where we can. But it is hard at times to do off-season stuff because they are so active.
Now, one of the things I did notice, you guys were starting programs with a younger age. The kids got recognized at some of your games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we started a youth program. I think this was our 2nd season with that, or 3rd season. We honestly have noticed a huge impact. With our 7th grade team this year, I think they lost 2 sets their whole season.
Really? Wow.
They went almost undefeated and then went into the tournament. So we see that because volleyball, it's all about the fundamentals. So if you start them young, then they can kind of perfect those things that we need, so that when we're going to the reserve and varsity level, we're not working on going back to the basics of the fundamentals. So I think it's going to be a huge thing for our program.
All right. Any chances that they'll go even younger?
I mean, we started 3rd grade. I doubt it.
That's about, yeah.
I doubt it.
Okay.
But yeah, we started 3rd grade. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that will continue to be a success, and that will help you guys kind of like a feeder system through to the high school and stuff.
That's what we're hoping for.
Well, we hope Ashley gets to feeling better.
I do too.
We appreciate you coming up and talking to us today and with the girls. And what are you going to do now? You taking off
I'm
season?
gonna go watch some Buckeyes. Is what I'm gonna do.
Well, yeah, about 2 more hours. I'll be there too. But you don't do any other sports, do you?
No.
Volleyball's enough to keep you busy?
Yeah, volleyball's enough to keep me busy.
That and your sister's shopping.
Yes.
All right. I'll tell them there I said hi.
I will.
All right. All right. Once again, Olivia Clegg, the reserve coach from Washington Courthouse, joined us here on our program. We've got one more guest. We'll talk to him right after this. All right, our final guest is Landon Burns, who is from the Miami Trace boys soccer program. Had a rarity. He was the only 2-time Star of the Game award winners. Both times he won it against Circleville. Regular season in September, and then in the tournaments in the sectionals, which I don't think has ever happened. So you are the star of the stars, okay? No pressure on you whatsoever. So tell us about your season, Landon.
It was good. We had a couple ups and downs, but I would mainly say it went pretty good. A lot of improvements off the end of the season as we expected. We had a lot of new players come in and play, had a lot of them go play defense, and I mean, we weren't expecting much off the beginning of the season, but towards the end it got much better. So
I was looking, your coach provided us with the stats and stuff like that. I mean, you had about 10 or 12 different players were scoring goals and stuff like that, but basically, to be honest with you, it kind of was focused around 3, maybe 4 guys that did most of the scoring for you. Was that by design or what?
I would say kind of by design and more for it was probably our most skillful players that were scoring the most goals. So, yeah, I would say the most skillful players were up top wanting to score the goals. So.
One of the things I did notice was the fact that you guys are rough. I'm thinking, wait a minute. Why aren't they calling tripping? Or why aren't they calling this? Or and I hate to say this, but the girls were just about as bad. But anyway, how much can you actually get away with? Is it just up to officials what they're going to call and what they're not going to call? Or
it just depends on what the refs call or not. I mean, you never know what the refs are going to call. Sometimes they're going to have bad games and call nothing, or sometimes they're just going to call everything. So you never know.
You have to kind of adjust a little bit. What kind of season did you end up having overall? Do you remember?
Me personally, or
yeah, you personally.
I think I had a really well season. From my goals, I never really was a scorer. I mean, I played striker almost my whole life, and then I went into defense, and now I'm playing midfield, and I'm scoring goals, and I was really happy about my season today, or not today, happy about my season, and I had a lot of assists as well, so I think I had 14 goals and 12 assists.
Yeah,
so I had a really good season.
Yeah, that was a double-double, and that was one of the things that kind of stood out. Circleville had started off the season, I think they were undefeated or had one loss when you guys played them the first time, and then they came in and they came to your place, even though, let's be honest with you, they had the better record, but for some reason they played you guys. So you had them twice. What did they show you guys that you felt was successful for your program against them when you played them? Did they show you anything in particular, or
Like,
style play, or certain players?
I
or?
would say their style was just to beat up on us. They were really, really physical on us.
Yeah.
This more the second game, but towards the end of the first game, it got really chippy, and they were kind of kicking at our ankles and stuff. So.
They don't do that stuff, do they?
Huh?
They don't do that stuff, do they?
Maybe.
What was the tough, besides Circleville, what's probably the toughest team you had to go up against?
Toughest team, for me personally, I would say the second time we played Greenfield, because they were just all over us. One of the most physical games I've ever played. And then for as the team, I would say probably Clinton Massey for the
Really?
team. Yeah.
Wow. So what's your future hold?
I want to play professional soccer and just kind of get my name out there. And I'll probably go into college and find a good D1, D2 schools, try to get offers, and yeah.
So what, you want to play for the Crew, do you?
Most likely, yeah.
Really?
I have a Crew.
Uh-oh, here we go. There you go. Way to go.
Now you're on film. You can send that.
That's right. You can send that to the Crew and say, look what I just did for you guys. That's cool. I like that. Have you, you said college and stuff, you have a course that you maybe want to study, or?
I haven't really thought deeply into it, but I think it'll come soon and hit me right in the head, and I'll figure out something and just think about it real hard. One time at night when I'm up at night at 12 o'clock, I'll start thinking about it, and yeah.
He's under no hurry. Taking it nice and easy. That's good. Do you play any other sports?
No.
So
I think
soccer's it, huh?
Yeah, I know I should get into track, and I've been thinking about it. I've got friends telling me that I should go do track, and I'll probably do track either maybe this year, but I have club soccer too, so that might get in the way. So I'll have to think about it a little more.
Are you a senior?
No, I'm a junior.
You're a junior? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. For some reason, I thought he was a senior. Well, Skip, I'm sorry I asked you about college. I mean, you still got another year to go. My goodness, bud. Sorry about that. So we'll get to see him at least another year. How about that, folks? Well, enjoy your off season, whatever it is, club or track, and catch you next year. Hopefully, stats will get even more higher for you. And you can, one of these days when the Crews come down and want to sign you to a long-term contract, you make sure mom and dad's going to make sure it's going to be taken care of you, okay? Yeah. Okay. Landon Burns with us from Miami Trace Boys Soccer Program. I like that shirt with the flash in the shirt. That was cool. I like that. We're going to come back and we're going to talk to Aaron right after this here on the Epifano Sports Network. All right, some of our guests are coming in for the second show in just a little bit. We'll be talking Miami Trace volleyball and courthouse football. That starts in about 15 minutes or so. So stay tuned for that right here on the Epifano Sports Network. Our final guest, once again, he's already made an appearance today. So, figures, you had your guy win 2 stars of the game. So you're going to be on Star of the Game show twice.
Okay.
All right. Aaron Teeter with us right now. Of course, works with with Josh in the boys program. A guy like Josh is, it sounds like he's a little more flexible and stuff in what you ask him to do, and it seemed like he really blossomed this year, especially in that midfield position.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy and Epifano, for supporting local sports. A lot of people put a lot of time in this, as you know, and you guys are just promoting and rewarding us. So we appreciate it.
We love it. We love it.
Same thing I said with Marion earlier. Landon is a midfielder for us, but he can play anywhere. He led our team in scoring and assists, but he was also an important defender for us. Not back in the end defense, but just in the midfield, keeping things organized. And he spoke about rough play. I'm sure he was our most fouled player this year, and some of that is because he's just everywhere. He's where the action is, and he's getting involved. And then some of that is because he frustrates his opponents, and it's hard to take the ball off of him, and then accidents happen or non-accidents happen or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did both your boys games, and we did courthouse and Trace girls, and I was, like I said, I've been around for years, but it seemed like it's more, I don't want to say violent, but more. I don't want to say more cheating either, but it seems like it's more, it's rougher.
It is rougher.
It's rougher this year.
And I've watched it for a long time too, and we play in a very physical league. Sometimes it's too rough, like illegal, and sometimes it's just rough because players are bigger, faster, stronger, but it's rough. Yeah.
When you look at the boys' season, even though record-wise you didn't maybe have the kind of year that the girls had, you guys still end up having a pretty decent season.
We were decent. 8 wins was good, and a tournament win was good. And we wanted more. But at the beginning of the season, we started very short-handed. We only had 17 players on the year. We would rather have 27 players on the year.
Right.
So our numbers were limited, and we did what we could with what we had. And the 8 wins were good wins, so that's good.
Now you played Alexander in the opening game, right?
Yeah, our second game, I think.
Because they was always in the past, they were always the one that caused you the most trouble in the tournaments.
Right.
So you got them out of the way, and I think they dropped a division and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the league overall, Jackson, Chillicothe, probably the 2 toughest again.
Hillsboro's good too, and we like to think we're good too. Chillicothe is still the top of the list. We played Jackson very close twice. Played Hillsboro very close till the end of the second game twice. And then Greenfield's coming along as well. So Chillicothe is still at the top. They made it to the regional final. They lost the regional final.
Yeah.
So next year's a new year, though. We think we bring back a lot of good players. We had 4 seniors that we used a lot and relied on a lot, but it's only 4.
Yeah.
So we bring back a lot. A good freshman class coming in. They were undefeated as 8th graders, 17-0.
Yeah.
So, and then we started the Southeast Ohio Soccer League for like Little Panthers and Little of all the schools.
Right.
Our 6th grade team did very well and won the league there. So soccer's coming along.
Yeah, I was going to say, Josh would bring me the score sheets up and says, I just want you to see how our junior high is doing. And I mean, shutout. Have you guys given any goals up? I think he said they only gave up like 3 or 4 goals the entire season.
They had a couple games that were close, but they won, and then a lot of games that were not close that they won.
Yeah. So the success and the foundation has been laid very, very well for the Panther boys program, especially for the years to come, we hope.
We hope, yes.
We hope.
That's the way it looks.
All right. Well, Aaron, appreciate you doing double duty today.
Yeah.
I need a donut. I need a donut really bad. But yeah, there you go. But appreciate you coming up and talking to us today about both the boys and the girls program.
Happy to. Yeah.
And enjoy the library and all the good stuff that you guys do out there. Folks want to know. Aaron works with the library, so if you ever need books and stuff like that, Aaron's the man. He can help you out, all right? So, we're going to wrap it up. That's going to do it for this show. We're going to take about maybe 10-minute break or so Randy can have a donut and not have a sugar rush or whatever. And then we're going to talk with Trace volleyball and courthouse football. So stay with us. Back in about 10 minutes with show number 2 of the Star of the Game. Until then, along with Nick Epifano, I'm Randy Young from Jeffersonville McDonald's here on the Epifano Sports Network.